Welcome back to Talk Tottenham. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Man City 2. Arsenal fans cannot complain that the Spurs players didn't give everything. That was one of the best performances from Spurs in 2024. They went toe to toe with City, and the difference was simple. City were clinical and Spurs were not. But if we're looking for progression under Ange, this sort of performance gives hope that we can keep developing and become a team that can really compete next season. So, what does this result mean for Spurs fans? Well, there's good news and bad news. The bad, no Champions League football next season. The good, we haven't gifted the Premier League title to Arsenal. What can Spurs fans take out of this performance? Well, for one thing, Ange can change his tactics and game plan to disturb even the best teams and coaches. Richarlison looks like a great signing at centre-back. Our midfielders can get back to the brilliant form they showed in the early part of the season. And Vicario is a top goalkeeper. So, what happened in the match? Well, Ange set up with Van de Ven at left back and Dragicin at centre back, with Son left wing and Johnson on the right wing, and playing with 4 central midfielders, taking it in turn to occupy the centre forward position. And it worked brilliantly in the first half. We suffocated Man City's incredible midfield, meaning there were extremely limited chances for both sides in the first half. The second half began and immediately Vicario was called into action, pulling off a tremendous diving save to deny De Bruyne. That spurred Spurs into action. Through Johnson down the right wing, his low-driven cross found Heung-min, and his dinked finish couldn't quite get over Ederson, who made a good save. Goal in the 51st minute. Foden won a 50-50 challenge with Cuti Romero. Foden drove forward down the left wing. His cross came to Bernardo Silva, whose clever reverse pass found De Bruyne, whose low cross was perfect for Erling Haaland, and the Norwegian tapped home. Man City 1, Spurs 0. That was the cue for songs of "Are You Watching Arsenal?" and "Stand Up If You Hate Arsenal." Gooners were definitely watching. Ange responded with a substitution. Bentancur off, Kulusevski on. You can understand the logic of the decision to make that change, taking off one of our 4 midfielders and the only one of them that's on a yellow card to bring on an attacker in a match where even a draw was useless. If anything, a draw was the worst result. We would still hand the title to Arsenal, but still guarantee no Champions League football next season. Bentancur was playing very well. His best performance in some time. Lolo was absolutely furious about being taken off, kicking the chair on the bench, like it was Matty Cash. Then there was a horrible collision between Romero and Ederson. Man City's players and staff were calling for Cuti to be sent off. The ref gave a yellow and the replay showed that Romero was simply going for the ball and didn't make contact with the keeper with his boot. It was the follow through with his hip mostly. And that was the end of Ederson's match, with Ortega replacing the Brazilian goalkeeper. In the 71st minute, Ortega was straight into the action with a vital save from Kulusevski, who nearly scored through the goalie's legs, but Ortega just about stopped the ball going over the line. And in the 86th minute, Brennan Johnson nicked the ball off Akanji, who made a huge error, dilly-dallying in possession as the last man. The ball fell to Heung-min, who raced away 1v1. You always expect Sonny to score here. But what a save from Ortega to deny him. And that moment would prove pivotal, not only in this match, but in the title race. Because just 4 minutes later, Phil Foden found Doku beautifully, who beat Pedro Porro and won a penalty. Up stepped Erling Haaland, and the outcome was never in doubt. He smashed the ball home. Man City 2, Spurs 0. Shortly after, Spurs and Man City fans joined together to sing "Are You Watching Arsenal?" There was a special moment still yet to come. In the 92nd minute, Mikey Moore came on for his Spurs debut at 16 years old. This kid has huge potential and a huge Spurs career ahead. This is just the start of it. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and check out Ange Postecoglou's post-match press conference via the link in the description. And as always, come on you Spurs.